Ann Matibag from the 1st District of Laguna.
Thank you, Madam Chair. While I understand understand the sentiments of our dear colleagues, Madam Chair, I just want to stress that there is a rule or may exceptions, pero this is not unlimited. So we stick with the rules under the NIRC. Pwede lamang po natin buksan ang mga dokumento kapag tayo ay nasa executive session at gumagawa ng batas. At we are not in the proceeding or in the inquiry in aid of legislation. We have to also protect our members in the House of Representatives, also our government officials from the BIR. Nagkaso na po sa AMLA report, so wag na po natin idagdag ang mga kaso at protektahan natin ng ating batas at ang ating mga kasamahan. Huwag na po sana natin ipilit na buksan ng mahiwagang box na ito, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Matibag. Now we recognize the Honorable Deputy Speaker J.J. Suarez from the 2nd District of Quezon.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, in the last hearing, ako po yung nag-move para i-table muna ang pagbubukas nitong mahiwagang green box na ito. Lahat naman po tayo gusto po natin malaman kung ano po ang nilalaman at kung ang nilalaman po ba nito ay makakatulong sa atin para makarating sa isang tamang desisyon pagdating sa pagdedetermine ng probable cause. Napakinggan ko po ang posisyon ng maraming mga legal luminaries natin na kasama natin ngayon dito sa ating hearing. At sa palagay ko po, legally, may sapat na po tayong dahilan para buksan yan at malaman. Ngunit maging practical din po dapat tayo. Sa simula po ng justice hearing, nakailang kaso na po ang sinampa ng kampo ni Vice Presidente sa Supreme Court, sa Quezon RTC, para lang pigilan po ang proseso ng pag-usad ng impeachment complaint. Ang masakit po dito ay ilan sa ating mga kasamahan tulad ni Congressman Percy at meron siyang mga batchmates na binanggit pa kanina ay nakasuhan pa nung isang araw. So I would rather heed to the call of the chairwoman who has always decided to proceed with caution. Because for all we know, opening this box, although we do believe has enough legal basis, might trigger another petition in the court to again stop the proceedings. So sa akin pong palagay at pananaw, Madam Chair, ang posisyon ko po, pag tayo po ay magbobotahan, sa Senado na lang po natin buksan tong mahiwagang green box na to. Tapos doon na lang po magkaalaman. Ang mahalaga para sa ating lahat ay may pagpatuloy po natin ang proseso ng na malaman natin kung meron pong sapat na batayan ang impeachment complaint laban sa Vice Presidente. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, D.S. Suarez. Next is the Honorable Janice Degamo from Negros Oriental 3rd District.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It has been said by so many already regarding the whether or not to open the box. But hearing DSJJ Suarez said, we have to proceed with caution. And I would like to reiterate that truly, if we are to proceed with caution, we have to remember the limitations of our procedure today. First, the procedure we are doing today is not in aid of legislation. It is an impeachment procedure. Second, it has to be in an executive session, which is also not happening. And thus, since I am not a lawyer, I would like to stick to what is being said and let the next stage proceed, sa Senate na lang po siguro talaga. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you. Next is the Honorable Congressman Lord Suwan from Cagayan de Oro, 1st District.
Madam Chair, I would have to ask what is the direct connection between the ITRs of the Vice President and Attorney Manscarpio and the articles of impeachment? Because the articles charge confidential funds, irregularities, threats, SALN violations, destabilization, and none of these are proven or disproven by a personal income tax return. The ITR adds marginal evidentiary value at most. Actually, hindi po ako tutol sa transparency. Tutol po ako sa pag-bypass ng protection ng batas na nakalatag mismo doon. Kung gusto natin tingnan ang ITR, may paraan po. Executive session, Section 71, which requires the permission of the President himself, may mga safeguards. Hindi natin sisirain ang batas para patunayan ang isa pang batas. And of course, there's a basic rule of statutory construction, Madam Chair. Express enumeration excludes the unmentioned. And the exceptions do not mention impeachment at all. So the statute, when it was amended in 2010, had every opportunity to insert, quote unquote, or upon order of either the House of Congress or either House of Congress in aid of legislation or upon order of the House Committee on Justice in impeachment proceedings. Hindi nilagay eh. So I believe the omission is deliberate and exclusive. Madam Chair, if there are still uncertainties as to the legal basis and necessity of opening this box, then I think it would be imprudent for us to open it at this stage. These are protected by law, and any disclosure must be clearly and unquestionably authorized, not based on assumptions or discretion.
So you are joining the position of Honorable De Lima?
No, I am against
You are
the
not
position.
to open.
Yes,
Okay.
Madam Chair.
Next is the Honorable Chel Jokno from the Akbayan Party List.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First of all, to be clear, ako'y naniniwala na may kapangyarihan ng Committee on Justice na buksan yung kahon na yan. But to me, the crucial question is, kailangan ba natin buksan? The question is in relation to the determination of probable cause. And if we are talking about probable cause, para sa akin ay nandyan na ang ebidensya, sapat na yan para makapag-determine na tayo kahit hindi natin bubuksan yung kahon na yan. Meron pong kasabihan sa batas sa ex abundante cautela, with extreme caution. And out of the abundance of caution, I believe that it would be more prudent for us to leave this to the Senate to decide whether to open the box or not. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Kong Chel, you're not joining the position of Kong Laila.
For once, I think
For
we
once.
have some disagreement.
That is for the record, for once. For the first time. Split decision. Now let us proceed to recognize the Honorable Sara Ilago.
Maraming salamat, Madam Chair. This representation from Gabriela Women's Party also joined the position of the Honorable De Lima and our colleagues from the Committee on Justice who are in favor of opening the box. Nasa kapangyarihan ng Committee on Justice na buksan ang box na ito at kung kakailanganin na tayo ay magkaroon ng executive session, bakit hindi natin gawin? Kung ito ay makakatulong sa House Committee on Justice nang sumusunod sa ating sariling rules of proceedings sa hahawak, no, at sa pag-initiate at pagsisimula ng mga impeachment complaints. Sang-ayon sa ating rules at habang naka-executive session at kung makakatulong sa ating determination ng probable cause, dapat gawin natin ito. Hindi biro ang ating kinakaharap, nasa pangalawang pinakamataas na posisyon ng pamahalaan ang may nakahain na impeachment complaint. Kaya't napakahalaga na mabusisi natin ang bawat dokumento na may kinalaman doon sa ating responsibilidad na ma-determine kung sapat ba ang probable cause para ang impeachment proceeding na ito ay magtuloy-tuloy. Para sa interest ng transparency, para sa interest ng accountability, Madam Chair, no, kinakailangan ho natin buksan ang box na ito. Hindi po dapat tayo magpatinag, hindi po dapat tayo umatras at kinakailangan natin gamitin ang kapangyarihan ng Committee on Justice sang-ayon sa konstitusyon na magpatuloy sa impeachment proceeding na ito at gawin ang lahat, no, para matiyak na malinaw ang batayan sa pagpapatuloy ng impeachment proceeding na ito. Maraming salamat, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any other justice members who wish to manifest on the Honorable SDML, Lawrence Defensor?
Madam Chair, I requested to be listed.
Sorry, with the indulgence of Honorable Defensor, let us acknowledge, recognize the Honorable Wowo Fortes. Pasensya na po.
No problem, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, we are currently at the stage of the determination of probable cause. And in doing so, we have accepted the fact that we are not a trial court and therefore restricted by certain rules. Even testimonies and affidavits of direct witnesses cannot be examined beyond the corners of your affidavit, meaning no probing questions are allowed during this stage of the proceedings. And with that restrictions, I would understand that the NIRC Section 20, Paragraph A is very clear on the restrictions on the opening of the box. And the exercise of restraint, I would suggest that we limit our proceedings within the four corners of the provisions of Section 20, Paragraph A of the NIRC. Furthermore, my seatmate here, Congressman Abante, has a very persuasive argument that has legal and biblical basis. The legal basis, I fully understand being a lawyer, and the biblical basis, I further fully understand as I have studied for the priesthood sometime in the past. With that, Madam Chair, thank you very much.
Maraming salamat po, Honorable Wowo Fortes. Now we proceed to the Honorable Lawrence Defensor, our Senior Deputy Majority Leader.
Salamat pong muli, Madam Chair. 6 na beses ko pong narinig ang word na cautious o pag-iingat. At sang-ayon po akong dapat mag-ingat tayo at maging cautious tayo. Dapat po maging cautious at mag-ingat tayo na dapat hindi mangyari na ang simpleng batas o ang simpleng statute tulad ng tax code or the National Internal Revenue Code ay payagan nating mag-undermine ng ating saligang batas o pinakamataas na batas sa buong bansa. A simple statute should never undermine the highest law of the land kasi magiging masamang precedent ito sa mga susunod na impeachment proceedings na kahit wala na tayo dito, ay i-invoke itong precedent na ito na pwedeng harangin pala ng simpleng batas ang mandato ng konstitusyon na dapat mailabas. Gusto kong mailabas kung anuman ang nilalaman yan kasi baka may ebidensyang makapag-dismiss ng kaso laban sa vice-presidente. The evidence inside that box could acquit the Vice President at hindi na siya maantala sa trabaho niya ngayon pa lang at hindi na tumagal ang impeachment na ito. Baka meron ding ebidensya na makagpapatatag pa ng ebidensya at makakakumbinsi pa sa miyembro ng mga komitibang ito para mas maging matatag ang kanilang pagboto. public office is a public trust. At naniniwala ako na in every move that we take, it should always be the Constitution and the spirit of the Constitution that should govern our proceedings in this committee. Maraming salamat po, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Madam
Klaro
Chair.
naman yung posisyon ni Kong Dilema as well as SDML Defensor.
Madam Chair.
As simple as the Constitution is paramount. And this is the power behind the accountability mechanism. The Honorable Ko.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I join Representative De Lima in her motion na buksan ang kahon for the simple reason that Congress in its proceedings sa pagiging House Committee on Justice paghanap ng probable cause in impeachment proceedings, supreme ito, no? May supremacy siya over statutes such as the tax code which provide limitations kung paano ipoproseso yung information such as tax returns. That is applicable on specific circumstances as provided by law or even in ordinary circumstances. Pero the impeachment proceedings are not mere ordinary circumstances na maaaring mas ipantay or even pababain, no, sa level ng statute, no. Ang fear ko po, Madam Chair, and that's why I'm also raising this manifestation, lahat po ng ginagawa natin dito will set a precedent in the future. Should there be similar impeachment proceedings kung saan tatanungin ano yung extent ng kayang gawin ng House Committee on Justice, they might look on April 29, 2026 at ang desisyon ng House Committee on Justice na mas limitahan ang kanyang kakayahang mag-imbestiga, no, ng naaayon doon sa pag-establish ng probable cause ng impeachable official. They might look at this and say, oh dito, out of caution na hindi makasuhan, etc., they decided conservatively. And if continuously in history we will decide conservatively, mas lilimitahan at mas lilimitahan yung kapangyarihan ng hindi lang po ng House Committee on Justice, pero ang pagtingin ko and ang pag-appreciate ko din, this branch of power, the legislature. So this manifestation is in support, no, of the balance of powers na dapat na i-exercise ng legislature na naaayon sa konstitusyon, na hindi po dapat natin itinatali yung ating mga kamay para hindi magawa yung dapat naman pong nakalagay sa highest law of the land, kaya nating gawin. That is all, Madam Chair.
The last justice member to manifest on this is Congressman Terry Ridon from Bicol Saro Party List.
Magandang umaga, Madam Chair. Tingin ko lahat naman po tayo ay gusto buksan, no? Yung pong box na ito. Una, dahil nakabatay po ito sa constitutional power natin po bilang impeachment proceeding to subpoena documents like BIR documents. Pero ang kailangan po natin pagpasyahan ngayon, sapat na po ba ang mga ebidensyang inilatag ngayong araw po na ito para magkaroon ng finding of probable cause on unexplained wealth? Tingin ko even without opening the box, sapat-sapat na po, sobra-sobra pa nga yung pong nailatag na ebidensya nung nakaraang linggo. Balikan po natin ulit ito. Ang laman po ng AMLAC report, which was never denied by the Carpio complaint, 6.77 billion in total transactions, 4.4 billion in inflows, pumasok na pera sa mga bangko ng mag-asawang Duterte Carpio, 1.5 billion in outflows na hindi ho natin makita sa SALN ng pangalawang Pangulo, 2.8 billion in net inflows na dapat ay nananatili sa kanilang mga bangko pero hindi nakalahad sa SALN ng pangalawang Pangulo. Pasukin po natin yung SALN mismo kung bakit po ito sapat-sapat na ebidensya ang nakalagay sa SALN for 2024, 88.5 million pesos lamang po. On those two pieces of evidence and reports pa lamang po, mga kaibigan, sapat-sapat na, sobra-sobra pa ho. Ito pong finding of probable cause. This particular section of the impeachment proceeding will go straight to the Senate. Sigurado po tayo dyan. At I'm quite certain that this box will be opened at the level of trial. So, Madam Chair, tingin ko kung wala naman na po nga kailangan pa hong pag-usapan, magandang pagbotohan na po natin ito pong bagay na ito. Maraming salamat po.
Our parliamentary status, the Honorable De Lima already moved to open the BIR box. And then we heard the different positions of the justice members. And we continue to hear because I could see members still raising their hand.
Madam Chair.
Can we call Honorable Marcoleta first? Honorable Marcoleta is a non-member of Justice Committee, but of course, we recognize her opportunity to manifest her position as well.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you for highlighting my being a non-member of this committee. But
I
nonetheless,
highlighted also that
I have
you
every
have
right
the
to speak.
privilege to manifest your position.
Thank you po.
Because that is according to our rules, Honorable Marcoleta.
Including the highlighting of being a non-member. Kasama po yun.
The rule that non-members cannot raise a motion and cannot vote, but they
Opo.
can manifest. And that is observed in all committees in the House of
Madam Chair, I
Representatives.
did not say that I'm about to make a motion. Wala naman po akong sinabi. Anyway, ma'am, magandang hapon po sa,
Madam
sa,
Chair,
sa
Madam
committee
Chair,
na ito.
Madam Chair.
Is that a point of order?
Yes, not really the point of order. I just would like to find out if he is a she or a he because you have been mentioning her.
Point of order, Madam Chair. Let's allow Congressman Marcoleta to proceed.
All right. Honorable Marcoleta is recognized. You may proceed.
Madam Chair,
Gusto
I
ko
just would
bang-
like to make it clear.
He
Madam
is
Chair,
he. He is
The
he.
point
I
of
stand
order is not
corrected.
in order, Madam Chair, because I just want to make, because you said twice her.
All right.
So
I'm
I would like to
addressing
find out
him.
if she is a she or a he.
Madam
is
Chair, make a ruling and allow Congressman Marcoleta to proceed.
As a response to
proceed,
the
to-
Honorable Abante, we are addressing now Honorable Marcoleta as he, him, his, and the chair therefore stands corrected. You may proceed, Honorable Marcoleta.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you for that clarification, Bishop Benny Abante. Ewan ko kung is that germane to this hearing. Anyway, magandang araw po, ginang Madam Chair at sa mga kapita-pitagang miyembro ng committee na ito. Marahil ay inaasahan nyo na ako po ay magbibigay ng manifestasyon para tutulan ang pagbubukas ng box na yan mula sa BIR. Ang katunayan po, ako po ay hindi tututol. You may go ahead and open it all you want. Sabi nga ni Madam Chair, hawak niya ang beat. Sino ba naman ako para pigilan ito? Sabi nga ng kanta, huwag mong bibitawan. Huwag niyo nang bitawan yung box. So I dare the committee to open the box, but with a caveat, siguraduhin niyo po na hindi kayo nakalalabag sa batas. At sinabi rin po ni Popoy sa pelikula, I deserve an explanation. I deserve an acceptable reason. Siguraduhin niyo po na kung bubuksan niyo yan, mayroon po kayong acceptable reason na naaayon sa batas. At ako po ay kaisa niyo rin sa komite na ito sa paghahanap ng katotohanan. Pero sa ating paghahanap at pagsasiliksik ng katotohanan, siguraduhin po natin na tayo po ay hindi nakalalabag sa ating mga batas. Maraming salamat po, Madam Chair.
Again, that is a manifestation and therefore it does not deserve or require any answer. Let us proceed. If there are no other members who wish to, the Honorable Sendanya is recognized.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Ang haba na po na kwentuhan natin kay Basha at saka kay Popoy. No? Nagkaroon na nga po ng sequel ang One More Chance. No? Second chance. Ayan. Pero inuulit ko po, this is a second chance to hold the Vice President accountable for abuse of power at dun po sa pagnanakaw sa kaban ng bayan. At yung second chance po na ito, 2 years in the making. That's why we appeal to the wisdom of this committee to ensure that we hold her accountable. Sabi nga po ng mga kaibigan ko, eyes on the ball. And the ball is ensuring that we get this to the Senate and the Vice President is convicted. And I hope that would guide the committee in making this all-important decision. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Having heard all the manifestations of the Justice members, we are temporarily suspending our hearing. Hearing is resumed. Our parliamentary status, there is a pending motion to open the BIR box. I hope the justice members are all guided by the worthy and strong arguments of those who are in favor of opening and those who are not in favor of opening. But
Madam
in
Chair-
summary, of course, we do not dispute the position of the Honorable Laila de Lima that the Constitution is paramount, that accountability mechanism must be protected and preserved, that the impeachment proceeding should be greater than any other proceeding. However, I wish to remind the justice members that since day one of our proceeding, we have taken the conservative route. We have taken the safer and the cautious road. It is because we are likewise aware that we owe it to the Filipino people to be able to proceed with this impeachment proceeding, and if probable cause will be determined, to reach the finish line. With that having said, may I solicit the necessary... Do you
Madam
have
Chair,
a-
just a very quick interjection.
The Honorable Sendanya is recognized.
Pasensya na po kayo. Alam ko pong hinihintay ng taong bayan yung desisyon sa pagbubukas ng kahon. Pero may nabanggit po kasi kanina na popo at basya na line po si Representative Marcoleta. Inattribute po niya yung explanation, deserve an explanation kay Popoy. Hindi po siya kay Popoy, linawin ko lang po. Ito po ay kay Papa P, kay Piolo Pascual sa pelikulang Starting Over Again. And I hope that as we decide on this matter, this will not lead us to starting over again. Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right, we are done with Popoy
still a movie
and
quote.
Piolo. We are addressing a very important decision here. So with the indulgence of all the members, may I solicit the necessary second to the motion to open the box raised by the
second.
Honorable Congresswoman Laila De Lima.
I object.
the motion. Second.
I
The
object.
same has been seconded by the Honorable Antonio Tino. Do I hear an objection?
I object.
The objection has been registered by the Honorable Benny Abante, which means we shall proceed to divide the House. Please be ready to vote. Again, the motion is to open the BIR box. Those who are in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand. You may put down your hands. Those who are not in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand. You may put down your hands. Those who abstain, please raise your right hand. That concludes the voting. COMSEC, please submit the result of our vote. With 6 votes in the affirmative and 38 votes in the negative, with 0 abstention, the motion to open the box is hereby denied. So ruled. Let it be placed on the record that the committee will not open the box. The COMSEC is directed to continue preserving and taking care of the sealed box until the committee decides on the existence or non-existence of probable cause. So ruled.
Madam Chair.
The Honorable